Hey guys, Shrimzy here. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on how to win more gunfights in PUBG and just how to improve in general. Alright guys, the number one question I get asked in PUBG is how do I get better? The answer is really simple in my opinion. It's practice, repetition, putting in the hours. That's number one. Before you even try to do any other aspect of your game, it's just play the game normally. If you enjoy the game, if you really love the game, you will get better over time. If you don't put in the hours, you will not get better. It's as simple as that. The way that I like to get better is practicing with a purpose. You could ask me this whenever I'm streaming or playing or whatever you're just watching. If you want to come to my Discord, ask. If I do something, I always have a purpose to it. If I'm changing a building, it's so I can get a new angle. It's so I can get height. If I change a window angle that I'm peeking, it's because I know that I have an advantage on that window. Or it's that I just shot from a different angle, so whenever I change to a better angle, he won't expect it. Anything that I do, it has a purpose, has a reason. Because if I die, I could say, okay, this didn't work. Why didn't it work? And I can review it and go over it and understand why it didn't work. It's really that simple. If you practice with a purpose, you will get better because you will learn what works and what doesn't work over time. My second point, and this is where I kind of get into actually how to get better in gunfights. I think the point one was just to kind of weed out the people that don't want to actually put in the time to get better. Point two is going to be pre-firing. Pre-firing is a very simple concept that a lot of people don't use. I don't personally like doing it because it kind of feels a little scummy, but it works. It actually works because people will get impatient and peek into you. It's actually that simple. Pre-firing is a very helpful tool that can kill people very easily, and people just really don't expect it. Hey guys, I'm gonna roll this clip. I see two guys in this building. I know that there's another one up there, so when I get out, I kill that guy. I know there's a guy upstairs in this building because I saw him earlier whenever I was driving. So this is very important when it comes to pre-firing. I know that I have 17 bullets. That's half my magazine. I know that both of us are very low HP and we need to move or knock this guy or else we're both going to die. Pre-firing here can be really good because it gives us time. If I don't kill the guy, it gives us time to get away. If I do, then this fight becomes way easier. So let's play it out. This guy peeks into me and I double headshot him and I knock him. So the last guy I know is behind me. Pre-firing is extremely useful for whenever you're in a good situation or a bad situation. Just in general, it's really great. My third point is going to be using any form of cover that will give you an advantage over other players. So if somebody's running in the open and you have the side of a wall or a building to be in, any sort of cover that you can use to your advantage is going to be better for you. So here is an example of what I'm talking about. I saw this guy running in between. I don't know if you guys saw him, but he was running right here. I see him running. And I know that there's a building here and there's a fence right behind me. So if I run here and he peeks that corner, I might die. So what I do instead is I use this fence. I get very close to it because I know that he can only see half my body right now. And if I use this, he won't be able to hit me as well. So I use it to my advantage and I kill him. And if you could use this theory in every single part of this car right here, this hay barrel, this little piece of rubble right here, this vent, it's all useful for you. PUBG is a very big game. You can use anything to your advantage and every single piece that you use will help you a lot. Point four is going to be holding tight angles that will give you an advantage over other players. Anything in this video is going to be to give you a small advantage. If you could hold a tight angle and get in a shot or two before this guy can react, and then you could peek wider and get more damage on him, you're going to have a better chance of winning this gunfight. So in this video, I know that people crashed over in this area somewhere on the south side of my compound. So I go upstairs into a building, I use cover that I talked about, and then I peek it tightly. I use my piece of utility. I have a very tight angle here, so this guy's going to have a hard time hitting me, and I'm also gonna have a hard time hitting him, but as long as I can get any damage in, it's going to help me in the fight in the long run. So I peek, my nade actually ends up killing him, but I did have a good angle. I see this guy peeking me, so I peek into him. I make sure that my angles are always tight. I'm using more utility. He dies. I know this guy is in here. I held a tight angle here. So this guy has a hard time killing me. He can only see my head and my upper body. And then I use this same angle, this very tight angle, to kill this guy. And I communicate to my teammates that one guy's alive either in the 1-story or behind it. And I use the same tight angle to headshot the last guy. So any sort of advantage you can get with tight angles is always going to help you. If I do any sort of damage and my teammates run around and kill this guy, it's going to help. Any damage that you can get in without them doing to you is going to be very good for you. And that last clip was a very, very good preference into the last point that I have for the video. Point 5 is going to be using your utility. If you're in a fight and you have utility to use and you don't end up using it, it's just wasted utility. Utility can easily turn fights around or get started with 1 to 2 easy knocks. All right, guys, for this one, I'm going to use a competitive clip just to show how powerful it is. In the future, I could use more competitive clips for all of these examples if you guys want to see it. Right now, I'm in a 2-2, which means I have 2 people in my compound, one of my teammates is with me, and 2 people in a different compound, so we're holding a split. It's an example of us getting crashed by a team, and I don't even want to let them into the building. I have 4 grenades and a few Molotovs, so what I do is I drop a few nades outside. I do end up getting a knock on the guy driving in, but I spam my utility so that they cannot get into the building, because if they get into the building, then this game could easily be over. I use my first 2 nades outside. I got a knock with my Molotov denying the entrance. I have 2 more nades and I want to get these out. I drop one on both sides of the building just so that they can't get in. And I already have 2 of the kills and my nade kills the last 2. So I only used my gun for 1 kill, and it's whenever he could not shoot back because he was driving. Utility is a massive part of the game that doesn't get utilized enough. So if you guys can get really good with using your utility, it's a very simple thing to do, then you could easily turn fights or start off fights with really good advantages. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do want more, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. If it gets enough interaction, I'll make more. This is just kind of a test. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what I can do to improve on it. Let me know what I can do to make it better. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Have a great day.